Our week-long stay across the pond comes to an end here tonight. I am your host, and this is what we have in store for you. The Monster Abyss teams up with Rob Van Dam to take on Matt Morgan. And get this, the #1 contender to the World Heavyweight Championship, Chris Jericho. Tag team action here tonight. All that plus GM Hollywood Hulk Hogan would address this crowd here in the UK. All that and more. Sit back and enjoy this edition of Friday Night SmackDown. We're going to kick things off with 6-man tag team action.
On the way to the ring, from the sunshine state of Florida and Roode, he's Hector.
Well, the Pope D'Angelo Dinero has been on the winning track since debuting a few weeks ago. He is set to team up with Sheik, Abdul, Bashir, and Eric Young, and they will face Team of Lethal Consequences and Kazarian to open up this edition on SmackDown.
Making his way to the ring from Canada, Eric Young.
Well, I spoke to Eric Young earlier today, and he basically told me that he had no idea, nor he or Sheik Abdul Bashir knew that CM Punk was going to come out there last week and basically turn on Kofi Kingston, caught them off surprise as they were somewhere in the crowd last week hiding. But in the event, CM Punk did not attack these two guys, and you see Bashir on his way.
Making his way to the ring from Iran, Sheik Angel Buster.
As Sheik Abdul Bashir is on his way to the ring, we are just 9 days away from the next CPV event, Survivor Series. If you haven't contacted your local internet provider, I'm telling you now, you might as well do it. Let them know you want to see the CAWFed Nation's next installment, Survivor Series. Ooh, yeah.
The opponent from the Florida state of New Jersey, Jay Lewis. And from the big state of Georgia, Commander Brown.
On a team of Black Machismo, Jay Lethal, and Consequences Creed is looking to get back on track here in this 6-man tag, but they have to overcome World Elites and the Pope here from the United Kingdom. And to help them to get back on track, here comes Kazarian.
Making his way to the ring from the golden state of California, Arizona.
As we see Kazarian makes his way to the ring, huge night on hand here tonight. General Manager Hollywood Hulk Hogan will address the entire SmackDown roster. Everybody on the roster is wondering, what does he have to say? We'll find that all out here tonight. But right now we're kicking things off with this 6-man tag, Tornado Rules, as the Pope, Showtime Eric Young, but the man formerly known as Showtime, along with Sheik Abdul Bashir, is looking to continue their winning ways. A bunch of egos on that team. Let's see if they can be on the same page. As the arm drag by the Pope. And if you're just tuning in, our main event here tonight from England, as you see the double team drop kick by Kazarian and Creed, as we will have Rob Van Dam and the Monster Abyss teaming up, as you see Consequences Creed off the top turnbuckle. That shooting star press. I was getting to, Rob Van Dam and Abyss would team up to take on the United States Champion Matt Morgan and the #1 contender to the World Heavyweight Championship, Chris Jericho. here tonight. Their featured contest here. If you don't understand it, as you see the Pope, series of punches to the face, gave Brock Lesnar and every member of the Main Event Mafia the night off, as he's prepared to speak to the entire SmackDown roster here tonight. What is it going to be about? I have to believe it, he has to address the Survivor Series as a whole for the SmackDown brand. You see the Pope delivering that DDT to Kazarian. Try to call the action the best I can here. Eric Young, that suplex. Back and forth action. All 6 superstars just trying to isolate the opponent here. As you see those 3 chops to the chest by Dinero. And then the Pope having his way with Consequences Creed. Great isolation and strategy by the Pope and World Elite. As you see the shoulder breaker as Dinero gets the 1 count only. And then 6-man tag. He's up top. And a diving lariat off the top turnbuckle doesn't connect for him. And Kazarian puts down Sheik, Abdul, Bashir. Young now. Clothesline Jay Lethal, and down goes Jay Lethal. And this is domination again by World Elite.
1,
and
2,
Dinero. And Eric Young gets the 3 count. Kazarian breaks it up a little bit too late. And World Elite, along with the Pope, victorious in a quick one here. Let's take a look. And that sleeper locked in. And that short range clothesline off the ropes. And then followed up with a stomping. And Eric Young, who basically wear out Jay Lethal quick. And got the 3 count before Kazarian can break it up. And they continue on a roll. What I spoke about, Rob Van Dam, Abyss, takes on the United States Champion, The Blueprint, and Chris Jericho. Your main event here tonight on SmackDown. But coming up next though, the turncoat, CM Punk. He's in action going against the Truth, Ron Killing. That's next. Come on back here on SmackDown.
This is another one. We in the club with this one. Black hair, Lambo.
We don't surrender. We don't wave white flag. We don't surrender. Stand here and fight back. We don't surrender. Step before this out of fair. We don't surrender. Boy, better plead. We don't surrender. We don't wave white flag. We don't surrender. Stand here and fight back. We don't surrender. Step before this out of fair. We don't surrender. Boy, better plead.
I let that thing cock up. I put the fear of God in you. Stigmata. I lay your body in the water by King's Plaza. My fifth pop up bigger than Big Pop.
We continue with this edition of SmackDown with CM Punk.
On the way to the ring from the prairie state of Illinois, Garcia Punk.
Well, it was last week here on SmackDown, a 2-on-1 post-match assault as World Elite was beating out Kofi Kingston. But then this man came out and we thought he was out to help Kofi Kingston. But then in the end, he turned on Kofi Kingston. And Kofi will be out of action for quite some time. Hope he gets well. But right now, he has to deal with the Truth.
And introducing the opponent from the Tar Heel state of North Carolina, Ronald Killer.
Ron Killings makes his way to the ring with a golden opportunity this man would have if he can somehow beat the turncoat CM Punk here on SmackDown. CM Punk, the first pick in this year's draft. But this man who turned on Kofi Kingston basically turned on the fans as well. And I know for a fact that Killings and Kingston are close buddies, and this will be a golden opportunity if Killings can somehow get some type of revenge here on CM Punk. Capacity crowd here in Sheffield. Here we go. And CM Punk. Everyone's been wondering all week why he did what he did to Kofi Kingston. You gotta think about it. First it was Eric Young turning on Kofi Kingston. And now CM Punk. You gotta wonder if Kofi Kingston can trust anybody else at this point, including Punk's opponent here tonight, Chinbreaker. And CM Punk doesn't execute the move, gets hit with a standing drop kick out of nowhere. And CM Punk better bring his A game here tonight. Don't have to worry about if he will or not. But this is a different type of match. And like I said, Killings and Kingston very close friends. A little payback is looking forward to here by the Truth. Let's see if he gets it here against Punk. They'll still come here tonight. Tag team main event. Rob Van Dam, the Monster Abyss. They will team up. Take on Jericho, the #1 contender to the World Heavyweight Championship, and the U.S. Champion, the Blueprint Matt Morgan, CM Punk. And there's a reversal by Killings and a back body drop. Let's see if he can take advantage of this opportunity here. He had a chance. CM Punk now sends Killings into the corner. Drop kick to the back of the head. And Punk now looking to go high risk. Doesn't connect. Falls flat on his face. And Punk now comes back with a power driver. Pops back up. It's the Truth. Gets hit with another chin breaker. And Punk spending too much time taunting the crowd here in England. That could come back to bite him here. Gotta make you wonder why did he do what he did. And here's the Truth. Truth of Consequences. Also known as you see CM Punk trying to come back in this matchup. And CM Punk, no, Killings is back up. He comes back with a reversal. And Truth now looking to take control of the match. Let's see if he can do something here. And it makes you wonder here tonight, what does General Manager Hollywood Hulk Hogan has to say to the SmackDown roster? You know it has to involve the Survivor Series in some capacity. But with all the melee that's been happening since he's been away, the leg drop heard around the world last week on Kevin Nash. How does Kevin Nash feel about what happened last week?
World fight.
And you see CM Punk now. Submission maneuver. Surprised he let up so easily there. And CM Punk taunting going to Truth Killing. Right hand. Drop kick does not connect. They lock up. To an Irish whip. Doesn't fall right there. Flying wheel kick off the Irish whip. But Killings is back up to a vertical base. He's going for the cover. To the right. One count only. He's going to do more than that to wear now the #1 pick in the draft. And now he's showboating. But Killings was prepared for it. He's going for the cover yet again. 2. And a kick out. Quick one right at 2. And Killings going right back at the cover. 1. And a 1 count that time. And Killings. 1, 2. And a quick 2. And a kick out. At 2. And Punk. 1. On instinct right now. I believe he's not groggy. He is just perhaps trying to catch a second win, but Killings is not landing up on the pin attempts. And a kick out again at 2. Back up is Punk. And a toe kick to the midsection, but back up is the Truth again. And the Truth has been countering.
Roll straight.
And a double underhook. Breeze pin. 2. And he catches Punk napping. And the Truth gets a huge win over CM Punk here on SmackDown. Now take a look. Hit the Truth the consequences early. CM Punk with that submission maneuver. And CM Punk, it was right here. If he was a little bit further up away from the ropes, that's 3. Well, coming up, the Icon Sting, fresh off his win in that 6-man tag last week. He going against Team 3D's, Bubba Ray. Here on SmackDown, that's next. And still to come, Abyss on VD, The Blueprint, Chris Jericho, Tag Team Main Event. That show's feature contest on SmackDown. And now, the Raw Rebound, brought to you by our Blogspot page. Check us out at blogspot.com.
On the way to the ring from the Golden State of California, Sheik.
After the unusual pairing last week in that 6-man tag that had Sting on the opposite side facing Booker T, it was Sting who made Team 3D's Brother Ray tap out after being locked in that Scorpion Deathlock. And the outcome of that, you get this one-on-one match here against Brother Ray as we coming to you across the pond here in England. Another edition of Friday Night SmackDown. We've been here for the last couple of weeks that Sting is not on the same page with the fellow members of the Main Event Mafia, with Joe being the newest member. And have to find out what the future holds for the Stinger. Brother Ray is the one that asked for this matchup. He wants to go out and prove that he can hang with the likes of Sting. He wants to do it in his one-on-one matchup here, as we are 9 days away from the Survivor Series. Alright, here we go. Nick Patrick will be the referee in this match. See if he can call it and call it quick enough. As tonight, General Manager Hollywood Hulk Hogan is going to address the entire SmackDown roster. You know SmackDown has been in disarray while he's been gone. We didn't get the reason why Joe joined the Main Event Mafia in the first place. He didn't come out here and address the CAWFed Nation. Kevin Nash and Kurt Angle look like they... Well, it's not look like. As you see Sting raking the eyes of Brother Ray. We pretty much got duped a few weeks back, thinking that Nash wasn't on board and that 3-on-1 attack on Lesnar. But last week, Kevin Nash felt it when Hulk Hogan returned and basically took him down. Gotta wonder what he's feeling like here tonight. Brother Ray, an inverted atomic drop. Of course, Brother Ray, tag team specialist. So this is going to be a little bit unusual here for Brother Ray, being in a singles match. And let's see if he can perhaps go the distance with a legend like Sting. Huge chops to the chest by the Icon. But he pops right back up to a vertical base. And there's Brother Ray with a series of right. Catches Sting. And over the top goes the Icon. And he's signaling that he perhaps is going for a table. And Sting pulls him off the apron as soon as he leaves the ring. And to the barricade. Brother Ray now. And another atomic drop. And he perhaps is going to need to wear down the Icon. Perhaps he wants to go the distance here tonight against Sting. No Brother Diva on the tag in this match. He's going to have to prove that he can go the distance here tonight if he wants to pull the victory. Sting is not going to be an easy feat here. Everybody backstage is pretty much going to be on edge here tonight. Should already be on edge. The fact that the general manager is going to address the roster here tonight. And you know what I know. 9 nights away from the Survivor Series. And it's been reported to be 6 traditional Survivor Series matches and none of the participants have been named yet. And the fact that Hogan's addressing the roster, it had to do something with that to a capacity. You also know he's going to address the Main Event Mafia with all this, with everything that's been going on. In disarray, SmackDown as a brand has pretty much been in disarray. Not following the orders of the board of directors. Of course, that man, the Icon Sting, not on board with Joe being in the camp. He's the one, along with Booker T, the bubble bomb here on the outside. He's going to need to bring Sting back into the ring. And you take a look again at the replay. Of course, Sting along with Booker T put Hulk Hogan through a table that had him out for a few weeks. How will Hogan address that? It's going to be interesting to see here tonight exactly what is said here and what is done going forward. here tonight. Gonna need to bring this back into the ring. And like the veteran he is, he knows that. Brother Ray knows that as well. But battling on the outside is more Brother Ray's thing, not Sting's. They lock up. And Sting raking the back of Brother Ray. So if you're just tuning in, still to come here tonight, as Sting sends Brother Ray into the corner. Sting now going up top. Flying body press. Going for the cover. And a quick 1 count at that. Of course, still to come here tonight, Rob Van Dam teams up with the Monster Bits. You see Sting raking the back once again to go against the United States Champion Matt Morgan and the #1 contender to the Worldweight Championship, Chris Jericho. What's the future of the U.S. title? Who will Matt Morgan face next? As we'll find that out here tonight. Sting now. Scorpion Death Drop. Shares the last week. And now going for the Scorpion Death Lock. Is locked in, but not this time. No tap out this time. Sting with the 3 hard chops to the chest. After just hitting the Scorpion Death Drop and the leg lock. Some of you just heard me say Death Lock. Whatever. Coming back. High angle scoop slam by the Icon. Brother Ray works his way out. Down goes Sting. Sting needs to follow up, and he does. Sting now. Setting up Brother Ray. Top turnbuckle. Superplex. And Sting in control. Much like he was last week in that 6-man tag. And a knee crusher right there by Sting. And a reverse body press by Brother Ray. And Ray going for the cover. And it's too good with Nick Patrick. You're not going to get a quick 3. Which is why Brother Ray should have not went for the quick pinfall off the reversal.
1, 2.
And a kick out right at 2. And Sting is not going to go down without a fight. And there's Brother Ray again. 2 counts. And Brother Ray. And there's an elbow drop. Sting. Running clothesline. Face first into the mat. And Brother Ray with a back body drop.
1,
2. And a kick out again. At 2. Brother Ray.
1,
That's a double axe handle. 2 count yet again. And Brother Ray.
1, 2.
And he's not letting up with these pinfall attempts. And Brother Ray, after the elbow drop, right back at the cover. And he's going to need to do more than that than just a couple of elbow drops. Trying to get a quick pin. With a referee like Nick Patrick doing the counter. And the crowd are on their feet here. Coming to you across the pond here in the UK.
Rope break.
He's been here all week. We turn back to the States this Monday night. And a very atomic drop, and down goes the Icon. He's too close to the ropes. And Nick Patrick, you got to call that. And a toe kick to the midsection, and Sting with an elbow drop. And Sting now, move out of the way, Nick Patrick. Sting now, suplex. And Sting is back at it again. Scorpion leg lock is locked in. Now, not yet for Bubba Ray. or the man formerly known as Bubba Ray, Brother Ray now. Don't want to be sued.
1,
Going for the cover again.
2,
And a 2 count. One more time for Brother Ray. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2. And again. 1, 2. Elbow drop again. Sting. Russian leg sweep. And announcing the crowd here. Capacity crowd. Small package.
1,
And a quick 1 count. And Brother Ray going for the pin again. Not letting up on the icon. Will this be enough? And Brother Ray's going to put in some more work. That's another bubble cutter.
1,
Oh, bubble bomb. I should say,
2,
as you see the 2 count, another bubble bomb. Perhaps a bubble cutter. And he shoved Sting that time. Suplex. Block Sting. Has his hands around the throat of Brother Ray. Into the corner. No, Irish whip. Gets hit with a running clothesline. Sting now. No. Reverse body press. And Sting has his hands around the throat of Ray yet again. Sting. Irish whip now. Into a spine buster. Sting has it locked in yet again. Too close to the ropes though. Sting. Scorpion death drop. He pops right back up. He knew it was time. And now he locks in the figure 4. It's locked in. Really tap. Too close to the ropes again. That left hand of Brother Ray saved him perhaps submitting here. Sting. Back body drop. Locks in.
rope break,
Scorpion leg lock. And again he's too close to the ropes. And a vertical atomic drop. And Sting is filling it now. And Sting hovering over Brother Ray, excuse me. And again, Scorpion death drop. And Sting now. Locking it in again. He's nowhere near the ropes. And he immediately taps out. And just like that, the icon Sting, victorious over Brother Ray. Take a look at some of these highlights. You saw the 3 chops, the superplex right here. It was the first of many. That was the first right here. And locking in that figure 4 leg lock, and right after the last attempt, he got Brother Ray to tap out. Well, we got another 6-man tag. It's Diva style though. As ODB, Traci Brooks, along with Victoria, will take on the beautiful people and Daffney. That's next here on SmackDown. On the next edition of ECW, with Survivor Series just less than a week away, the ECW Championship match is yet to be made. Or has it been made, as Raven made his case at the conclusion of last week's show. What will be decided as the road to Survivor Series concludes in the birthplace of the land of extreme. Check your local listings for availability in your area. We're back with this edition of Friday Night SmackDown with Six-Diva tag team action.
On the way to the ring, from the Lone Star State of Texas, Jenny.
Well, it's been quite some time since we've had any type of Diva action here on SmackDown, and we're doing it big. The Six-Diva Tag Team matchup featuring the Diva Champion, Velvet Sky. Fantastic crowd on hand. Glad you can join us for this edition of SmackDown. And speaking of the Diva Champion, here she comes.
Making his way to the ring from Canada, Angel, William, and from the Empire State, New York, Olympic Icy.
And to Lena Love, the Diva Champion, Velvet Sky. The last time we saw Velvet, she was in a non-title match with Awesome Kong, and Awesome Kong was quickly put her through a table on the way to the victory. Let's see how Velvet fares in this Six-Diva tag match.
The opponent from the North Star State, Minnesota, Owen Ben.
As you see ODB making her way to the ring. Just want to take out a reminder here. For all the latest news and happenings, we go to the CAWFed and the CAWFed Nation. Check us out. WWE CAWFed at blogspot.com.
Making her way to the ring from Canada, Lady Roode.
We see Traci Brooks make her way to the ring. I'm pretty sure at some point down the road, Traci Brooks will have another opportunity to become Diva's champion, and she can get that opportunity perhaps she can pin the champion here tonight, just as Awesome Kong did a few weeks back.
Making her way to the ring from San Bernardino, California, Victoria.
You see Victoria makes her way to the ring here. Each one of these Divas will get the upper hand in this Six-Diva tag match. We're getting ready to find out here in a few seconds. Let's go. Tornado rules, of course. As you see that beautiful moonsault on to the Diva Champion. And down goes Mike Chioda already. And he's going to be very lenient here and allow that to happen to him. I don't know if I can do the same thing. Iris Whip. That's exactly who Victoria needs to put her hands on. The one and the only Velvet Sky, the current Diva champion. And down she goes. Into the ropes. Big right hands by Victoria. ODB is caught up in the ropes, but Daffney is unable to drop kick her to the outside. That might come back to bite her as well.
Rope break.
And Velvet Sky now. Caught up in the ropes. And down goes Daffney. Face crusher by Angelina. And taking out Victoria. Allow Velvet to get the second win, but there's Traci Brooks with the neck breaker. Backslide pin by the champion.
2.
And a 2 count. Victoria kicks out. ODB gets hit in the gut with that toe kick by Daffney. Daffney one strings deeper here in the CAWFed Nation. And down goes the champion. Traci Brooks staggering. 2-0 for Angelina. And Victoria with a drop kick from behind. 2. And Angelina almost stole one here. Against Traci. And a kick in the groin area. Unbelievable stuff. Backslide pin. Traci for 1 count. And still to come here tonight. Oh! Velvet Sky.
1.
Let's see if we can get a replay here. She didn't make the cover. And no, we're not going to get a replay. So much action going on. 1 count that time. Six-Diva tornado tag match. And getting back to the action, the champion is pulled by her hair and drop kicks ODB, trying to attempt the drop kick on Victoria, successful in the second go around.
Rope break.
Too close to the ropes says Mike Chioda. And there's a DDT by Angelina, and Victoria has her hands around the waist of Mike Chioda. What's still to come here? We will hear from General Manager Hollywood Hulk Hogan. What he has to say to his entire SmackDown roster. That's still to come here tonight. Took too long to make the count. And down goes Daffney. And the team of Daffney and beautiful people are having a way here. Well, Daphne's not at this point. Broken up immediately by Victoria.
1.
ODB going for the cover.
3.
And ODB pins Daffney and the team of ODB. Traci Brooks and Victoria. Victorious. Let's take a look at some of these highlights here. As you see, the Divas champion got the edge on Victoria. But in the end, it was ODB that got the advantage on Daffney and not her team to pick up the pinfall in the Six-Diva tag. Well, coming up next, the Fallen Angel Christopher Daniels did a warm-up against Bobby Roode as this Sunday, he and Styles were challenged for the Unified Tag Team titles. What's still to come later on, Abyss, together with Rob Van Dam, take on the U.S. Champion, the Blueprint Matt Morgan, and the #1 contender, Chris Jericho. All that and more here on SmackDown. Back here on SmackDown, we're set for one-on-one action.
On the way to the ring from the Golden State of California, Chris Daniels.
We got Mr. Money in the Bank set to go against one half of the Unified Tag Team Champions. It was last week. AJ Styles was successful against Cowboy James Storm. Can he do the same against Robert Roode? And speaking of AJ, he's accompanying his tag team partner to the ring.
Followed by HJ.
And what a huge opportunity for AJ Styles and Christopher Daniels in just 9 days to perhaps wrestle away the Unified Tag Team titles away from Big Money. And Survivor Series will come to you from Washington, D.C., our nation's capital, the Verizon Center. Will Big Money successfully hang on to their title or crown new Unified Tag Team Champions? We'll find out only on Click Per View.
From the volunteer state of Tennessee, Elmore. And from the Empire State, New York, Ronald.
Well, the Unified Tag Team Champions make their way to the ring, and you know that Roode is definitely going to want to make a statement. Do not want Styles and Daniels to make it 2 for 2 in these singles matches headed into the TPV. Here we go. And Roode wastes no time taking down the phone and Angel, Mr. Money in the Bank. And will allow to score a huge win here against Mr. Money in the Bank. They have a so-called psychological edge heading into their match at Survivor Series. Still to come, Hollywood Hulk Hogan will address this crowd concerning the SmackDown roster. Even I'm on edge here tonight. What will he say? Spine Buster by Roode. On top of that, our main event here, the Monster of Best teams up with Rob Van Dam to take on Chris Jericho, the #1 contender to the World Heavyweight Championship, and the U.S. Champion, the Blueprint, Matt Morgan. All that still come here on this edition of SmackDown. As you see Daniels battling back with those right hands, but Robert Roode puts Daniels flat on his back in the early goings of this one-on-one matchup. Abdominal stretch. Looking to wear down Daniels. If he does that enough, wearing him down that is, he will be victorious. Back up to a vertical base. Has him up. And a stolen suplex by Roode. Because this one-on-one contest, if you think about it, just should favor Daniels here. Since Robert Roode is more the tag team specialist here. But never say never. Robert Roode, if he can hit the payoff, he definitely can walk out of here victorious. And puts Daniels flat on his back yet again. Big right hand. And down on his back again. He's going up top now. A little unusual. Double axe handle. A little premature. As Daniels was still on the mat. Daniels blocks the kick. And Daniels now rolls him up with a pin. Trying to scoop up Roode, but Roode was already up. Irish whip now. Spine Buster. He pops right back up. And Daniels locked right back in the abdominal stretch. Down goes Daniels. And Daniels now plants Robert Roode. And that's what after opening he need. He spent too much time showboating. Rolls him up.
1, 2.
Quick 2 count. That 2 count seemed like an eternity. And I know I'm not the only one that's feeling that way. This capacity crowd believes that same feeling. And I'm starting suplex yet again. And Roode, perhaps looking to seize the opportunity here. Suplex attempt blocks. And Daniels needs to take advantage of the situation here. And over the top goes Daniels. And Daniels now on the outside. And there's AJ interfering, drop kick. And AJ is looking to give his partner a little even playing field. As you see Daniels roll back into the ring, while AJ is hitting him with a drop kick, and Storm is just looking on. And Roode now, again, stolen suplex. He had the sledgehammer, now he has the table. He set up the table, but Daniels slid back into the ring, and Roode will roll back into the ring as well. Hits him with a running clothesline. Pops right back up, caught up in the ropes. Hits him with the huge power slam.
1,
2. And a kick out by Daniels. Doesn't hit the drop kick, but hits the reverse body backdrop on the reverse. Daniels now caught up in the ropes. Roode, what's he going for here? Hits him with a power driver. And Roode continuing the onslaught, pouncing the head on the canvas. And I guess Rubber Roode, last week sitting on the outside, seeing James Storm go down to AJ Styles, it's looking to send a message to Daniels and Styles if he can put down the Money in the Bank winner. Roode fights him off. And a takedown, but Daniels won't stay down. And right there, he hits him.
rope break.
Take a look again. Rubber Roode puts down Christopher Daniels, but he's not gonna let up. He's definitely looking to send a message. Roode awakening.
1,
Will this be all she wrote? No. Daniels kicked out off the Roode awakening. And Roode now tosses Daniels over the top and through the table. He tossed Daniels over the top. Over the top he went and right through the table. Daniels is up, but a DDT puts him right back down. He's setting up another table. Daniels is down now for sure. Double underhook suplex. And through the table. That's not a disqualification. And Styles, he's seen all he's going to see here. And I guess the ref is not going to call a disqualification because Styles jumped Roode earlier when they went over the top before. Daniels going through the table the first time may not been a disqualification, but that double underhook suplex through the table the second time should have been a disqualification. And Daniels, he's back up, but he must be weary at this point. Irish whip, spine buster yet again. And Roode taking his time with Christopher Daniels. And if Tim Wagner this much leniency, if he's the referee in that title match in 9 days, we're going to have Big Money Incorporated retain the titles. Roode now has him up yet again. A stolen suplex and that being put through 2 tables.
1, 2,
He's not gonna have much left.
3,
And he don't. And Rubber Roode. If I'm AJ Styles, you might have been paying attention. Huge power slam. Take a look again at the replay. He hit the Roode awakening and he should have been done, but right here it's a turn of the time because Daniels went through that table we set up earlier. This should have been a disqualification. It was not. But right here, and then put through 2 tables, Rubber Roode victorious over Christopher Daniels. This next, your main event, the Monster Best and Rob Van Dam. It's looking at top of Blueprint, Matt Damon, and Chris Jericho. Our featured content, that's next here on SmackDown. On the next edition of Monday Night Raw, after our epic one-on-one contest, the #1 contender, Rey Mysterio, was successful in defeating the man who has had his number for the past few weeks, Mr. Kennedy. Now we're just 6 days away from the biggest challenge of his career. Can Rey Mysterio roll into New York City, continue on his roll, or will John Cena put him down? You don't want to miss this huge edition of Monday Night Raw, live from the world's most famous arena. Check your local listings for availability in your area. We continue with this edition of Friday Night SmackDown as our main event tag team matchup is getting ready to go on the way. And here comes Mr. Friday Night.
On the way to the ring from Battle Creek, Michigan, weighing 235 pounds, Rob Van Dam.
As you see, Rob Van Dam makes his way to the ring. We know he have some participation at Survivor Series, but under what capacity we will not know until perhaps later on tonight when Hulk Hogan addressed the SmackDown audience.
Making his way to the ring from parts unknown, ambiguous.
After last week picking up a huge win against the #1 contender to the World Heavyweight Championship, well, another opportunity for Abyss if he can yet again put down Chris Jericho, perhaps with that doomsday device of the Black Hole Slam. We'll find out. But here comes the opponent. One happening right now, the Blueprint, Matt Morgan.
Introducing the opponent.
The reigning and defending United States champion. There's not a #1 contender to that title. But I guess some way, somehow, Hulk Hogan will address this man as well. Perhaps the title will be defended at Survivor Series. Perhaps not. As I've said numerous times over the last few weeks, there are rumored to be 6 traditional Survivor Series type matches to take place at Survivor Series. Who will fill them up? We could be moments away from finding that out here on SmackDown. And speaking of the #1 contender, Chris Jericho set to make his way to the ring.
Making his way to the ring from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, weighing 227 pounds, Chris Jericho.
This capacity crowd on hand, letting Jericho know exactly how they feel. For just in 9 days, he will hear it again. He goes for the World Heavyweight Championship. From the Verizon Center in Washington, D.C., he will take on the newest acquisition of the Main Event Mafia, the Samoa Submission Machine, Samoa Joe. And Jericho take the title win for the Main Event Mafia. We'll find that out. But here we go. Tag team main event. Tornado rules in place. Here in this edition of SmackDown, we still have the general manager, Hollywood Hulk Hogan, to address not only this crowd here in England, but the SmackDown roster, in particular, the Main Event Mafia. As you see Chris Jericho taking it to Rob Van Dam, who I believe should be the #1 contender to the United States Championship. And see Abyss now with the Hangman-like choke has the blueprint. Abyss can pin the #1 contender here again in this tornado tag match. That's making him submit to that devastating bear hug or perhaps put down the blueprint via pinfall. Go a long way. Rolls up RVD, and Tim White is right there. Cole Action and best of my ability, this is a tornado tag match. Your main event here on this edition of SmackDown. As you see Abyss repeated punches to the head and run an atomic drop. And you know Chris Jericho is going to set his eyes right on Abyss. But there's Rob Van Dam to cut him off at the pass. 9 days away from the Survivor Series. Chris Jericho backslide pin. He will take on Samoa Joe for the World Heavyweight Championship. And I'm surprised that the Main Event Mafia hasn't focused their attention on Jericho. And sending a message letting it be known that the title is going to stay in the camp on the Main Event Mafia. And I'm dealing with Hogan. Jackknife pin by RVD and get a quick 1 count at that. But back down goes Chris Jericho. Meanwhile, the blueprint is looking to contain a monster here. These two former tag team partners. And that's a backbreaker by the monster. Chris Jericho wants to focus his attention on the monster Abyss. But here you go. And Matt Morgan focusing his attention on Abyss. Placing with that DDT. Chris Jericho now springboard off the ropes. And on the body weight of one Chris Jericho went right on Rob Van Dam, right through the middle rope. And Van Dam, as soon as he jumped right to the top turnbuckle, he was knocked right back down by the #1 contender. Down goes the blueprint. He's back up. Pops back up to a vertical base. And reverse suplex by the monster Abyss. Jackknife pin. Broken up immediately by the blueprint. Number 4 Abyss getting some cheap shots there. I'm gonna call them cheap. Just got some shots in. Let's put it that way. Back down goes the monster. Drop kick from behind by Jericho onto Rob Van Dam. DDT by the tag team on Morgan and Jericho into their respective opponent. High risk and down he goes. And I believe that broke up the pinfall. Perhaps we get a look at it on the replay at the conclusion of this matchup. If you're just tuning in, first of all, where have you been? Second of all, it's gonna come here tonight. Hulk Hogan will address the SmackDown roster. As the Road to Survivor Series continues, 9 days away. And Jericho now once again through the middle rope and down goes Rob Van Dam. And Rob Van Dam looking to get himself back into this match. A huge knee right into the face of Rob Van Dam. Get back up to pinhold applied by Abyss. Is locked in. Well, Matt Morgan have none of that. Abyss fights his way out. Big boot. No. Comes back. Right hand. Jackknife pin it again by Rob Van Dam. Not even a 1 count for his services. And Chris Jericho. Walls of Jericho locked in. And I hope Samoa Joe was paying attention. That could be him at the Survivor Series. Rob Van Dam.
1,
2. And a kick out by Jericho. After locking in the walls of Jericho, that's going to be a long way from getting 3. And reverse body press. Jericho and Samoa Joe, no history. Or should I say there is history. No strangers, I was about to say, to one another. Face each other at the Great American Bash. Won by Samoa Joe. Well, very different circumstances here in this matchup at the Survivor Series. Broken up immediately by Rob Van Dam at 1. And Jericho knocks Rob Van Dam out of position there. That line, and here we go. beautiful. Lion soap. Jericho gonna get a cover. And does not get one. Only a 1 count at that. Matt Morgan with an atomic drop. 2. Broken up by Matt Morgan. Rob Van Dam now. And Abyss. Right hand. Followed up by Rob Van Dam. Clothesline over the top. And both Abyss and RVD meet Jericho on the outside. Jericho now. Back in a lot of position. Meanwhile, Abyss gets hit with a bulldog, courtesy of the blueprint. And Rob Van Dam rolls back into the ring. And down goes Chris Jericho, followed up. Rolling Thunder. And Abyss now, so gonna have to end his near for one Matt Morgan. And Abyss, no. But comes back with a leg drop on Morgan. Reverse back body drop. And I believe that had to be an inverted. And Abyss. That's a lot of stuff going on here. Tag team partners taking each other out. It's a double pin. This never got the pin attempt because Matt Morgan was too close to the ropes, and Chris Jericho is caught with a big boot to the face. Killer clutch applied. And Rob Van Dam now couldn't even get a pin attempt. Tim White that time was out of position. Rob Van Dam down. 2, 3. And Rob Van Dam in the biz with the win. Gonna have to take a look again at what led up to the finish. Let's take a look again at the replay. Swinging neck ring by Rob Van Dam. You saw this. That black hole slam. The lion soap by Chris Jericho. But in the end, Rob Van Dam catches Matt Morgan and gets 3. And Rob Van Dam in the Abyss. Wait a minute. Matt Morgan and Chris Jericho, and I think that was from the back and forth exchange inadvertently by Matt Morgan, but Chris Jericho is not going to have none of that as he's eyeing the United States champion. Chris Jericho has to worry more about Samoa Joe than Chris Jericho just took down Matt Morgan. Not before he rolled out of the ring here. But Chris Jericho took the cowardly act out of the ring after attacking the United States champion, and still to come here tonight. In just a few moments, Hulk Hogan will address Chris Jericho and the entire SmackDown roster here as SmackDown continues live from the United Kingdom. And here he comes, the general manager of SmackDown.
On the way to the ring, weighing 275 pounds, Hulk Hogan.
Well, we saw him return last week during the main event when he helped Brock Lesnar put down Kevin Nash. He knew Brock Lesnar didn't need the help. But after Mark Henry came on an attack, the next big thing, Hulk Hogan came out big boot, atomic leg drop, the big sexy Kevin Nash. And I know Kevin Nash is fuming from that. Cause he and Hogan, 2 of the 3 original founding members of the NWO. But here tonight, he's going to address a SmackDown roster as it pertains to the Survivor Series. And I gotta wonder, what is he going to say here tonight as he is set to announce this crowd here in England. Capacity crowd hand. Thank you for joining us for another edition of SmackDown. Wait a minute!
And introducing the opponent from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, weighing 237 pounds, Kurt Angle.
What in the hell is he doing out here? What in the hell is he doing out here? The last time we saw him, he had the ankle locked on Brock Lesnar at the conclusion of the main event last week. And now he's going to interrupt the general manager of SmackDown? What an asshole coming out here. It's supposed to be Hulk Hogan's turn to talk right now. Hey, wait! He's not coming out here alone. The World Heavyweight Champion.
And introducing the opponent from Malaysia, Toyota.
The World Heavyweight Champion is accompanying the self-proclaimed godfather of Main Event Mafia. Neither one of these son of a bitches need to be out here right now. This is General Manager's Hollywood Hulk Hogan's time to talk, to address the roster. What is this? What? Sting's no longer part of the Main Event Mafia. What? You gotta be kidding me! Oh my God! The huge announcement! 2 Survivor Series matches for SmackDown has been made! As the Main Event Mafia, Kurt Angle, Booker T, and Kevin Nash will meet Sting, Brock Lesnar, and Goldberg. In addition to that, Scott Steiner, Matt Morgan, and the Alpha Male Marcus Kovar will meet Rob Van Dam, Abyss. Hey wait! That's Nash! That's Kevin Nash! Speaking of this devil, you knew You knew that Kurt Angle wasn't going to allow Hulk Hogan just to leave the ring. After coming out here, not allowing Hulk Hogan to make that announcement. And Kevin Nash looking for payback from last Friday night. When he was hit with a big boot and a atomic leg drop, that patented leg drop, by General Manager Hulk Hogan. So 2 of the rumored 6 traditional Survivor Series matches have been made. Rob Van Dam and Abyss, along with a partner of their choosing, will get to take on Scott Steiner, the United States Champion, the Blueprint Matt Morgan, and the Alpha Male Marcus Covan. This man right here is getting beat down by the General Manager, as Hogan acknowledged the crowd here. Kevin Nash, Booker T, and the Sepulchre Godfather Kurt Angle takes on Sting, Brock Lesnar, and Goldberg. And you gotta wonder if that team can even coexist. The question now is, can Raw top that? But right now, Kevin Nash is taking it to one Hulk Hogan. And I think he will allow nothing more to deliver a jackknife powerbomb to Hulk Hogan right through the table he's placed in the middle of the ring. Tosses Hulk Hogan, and luckily that table wasn't directly in the middle of the ring. It was close enough, but not quite, to be putting Hogan through the table. So just 9 days away, we have 2 traditional Survivor Series matches at the CPV event. And Hogan now, series of right hands. And down goes Kevin Nash. And Nash, back out to the vertical base, drops the General Manager. Hogan just returned a week ago. He gets put through this table, he won't make it to the CPV event. Hogan's back up. I can't believe what I just heard. And on top of that, that match was made due to the fact that Kurt Angle said Sting is no longer part of the Main Event Mafia. So the fact that everybody else is on board but Sting led to that decision just now. And Nash has Hogan up. Down he goes. Thank you for coming. And take a look again at the replay. Hulk Hogan was put through a table by Sting and Booker T. He's going for it again. He's close to the table. Is he going to go through? He wasn't close enough. Otherwise, that would have been game over. Good night, Hollywood Hulk Hogan. Perhaps that may not be the objective. Probably just have the table there, wanting to put him through it, but then again, won't be able to. And Kevin Nash gets hit with a right hand, allowing the General Manager to get back up. And if I'm Hulk Hogan, I would just get out the ring. And we out of time. We're not going to see the conclusion of this. Yes, we are out of time. We'll see you this Monday night.